Welcome to Health and Social Care here at UAH. We offer two courses, one at Level 2 and one at Level 3. This presentation is about the BTEC Level 3 Health and Social Care Extended Diploma, specifically looking at the Health Studies pathway. The Extended Diploma is equivalent of 3 A-levels over a 2-year period, so year 12 and 13. The qualification is applied. So this means all theories and knowledge and learning in the classroom relates to practice in health and social care settings, such as a hospital. The knowledge and understanding relates directly to job roles and working with service users and working in the real world. There are 2 teachers teaching different units, but we work together closely and we are planned and organised so the course runs smoothly over the 2 years. The classroom hours are 15 hours per week, so this is teacher contact time, and there are also study periods in school, and then we're expecting you to work at home. Over the 2 years, students will complete 13 units, each different and each one is interesting, giving students a broad understanding about working with people. The qualification is not all coursework as it used to be. There is now a mixture of exams and coursework. The teacher's choice for the exam board optional unit is based on past students' interest and our own speciality knowledge and background. The delivery of the whole course is planned with great detail. Students and ourselves know exactly what week we are teaching, and students know in advance. So it ensures that students have the best opportunity to be successful and achieve a grade. Internally assessed units are content and assignments set by the exam board. The BTEC rules are that a teacher will deliver the unit and students will have a range of tasks and activities to aid the understanding and have the opportunity to ask questions. So students will be taught the subject content, they will be making notes in lesson, and there will be areas in booklets and notebooks for them to do that. Following this, the students are given an assignment task with a certain amount of hours to complete. Activities, tasks, quizzes and other resources will ensure all students will understand the topics covered. Booklets for each unit, and in fact for each section of the unit, which are produced so that students can keep all the relevant notes together. So when they are working on coursework or an exam assessed unit, it's all to hand. For coursework assessed units, once the assignment task has been given out, it's the student's responsibility to research, refer to their notes, look through their booklets and the course textbook as they are writing up their coursework. So once the assignment has been given by the teacher, guide can only be given, can't be given any more assistance, students can't be given any more assistance on how to complete the unit. This will be their responsibility. Students will have a hand-in date, so there will be a deadline. This will be given well in advance and reminders are also mentioned, but these will be super clear and all students must meet the qualification deadlines set. Managing the course. At UAH, there are just 2 teachers delivering and assessing the course with a wealth of experience. Our results year after year are excellent and students progress in the direction and the careers they choose. Whilst one teacher teaches the coursework units, usually Mrs. Eckott, the other teacher the exam assessed units. So teacher 1 will be teaching the content and giving out assignments. Students are then meeting deadlines, and if they require a resubmission for improvements, they will be given that, and there will be a second deadline. Teacher 2 teaches and delivers the content of the exam. There will be an expectation about revision and revision activities and exam practice, so mock exams. They will sit January exams and there will be a second exam and a May reset opportunity. Teacher 2 will also deliver 1 coursework unit, so that's me. I'm the exam assessed teacher, but I also teach 1 unit for Year 12 and 1 unit for Year 13. Students can resubmit coursework units and resit exam, but we very much encourage them to work on it the best they possibly can the first time round. Units will be given a grade, a pass, a merit or a distinction. If a student has achieved a pass, having met the criteria, but they've also attempted the merit, they will be given a resubmission. So they have the opportunity to improve and then hand in a final complete deadline. So students really must meet deadlines. Exam assessed units. In Year 11, students will have between 8 and 10 GCSEs to sit. A positive for the exam assessed unit is there are only 2 each year, 4 in total over the 2 years. The booklets will be used for notes and the teacher delivers content, and there will be plenty of mock exams. So there is actually an exam after each section of the unit taught. So students will be fully prepared. Time management is essential for adequate time for revision alongside completing coursework tasks. So it's best to avoid the need for a resit, so getting the best grade the first time round. So at this point in my presentation, I will outline what each unit is about, but this may be a bit of an information overload. Each unit has GLH, so that means guided learning hours. That is the exam board guidelines for teachers and how many hours they need to teach the unit. So the bigger the unit is, the more points it is. So the bigger the guided learning hours, the more valuable it is to that end grade. The first unit, Human Lifespan Development, is taught from September, and there is a January exam. Students will be learning about aspects of development. So physical development as a child, but also physical development as an older person. We will look at intellectual, emotional and social development through different life stages. Unit 2, another one that is exam assessed. This is about working in health and social care. So if they've been on work experience, this is a good one to follow that. So we look at the rules and the regulations to ensure that safety and the standards are met and quality care is given to vulnerable people. Human Lifespan Development is 90 guided learning hours, and the working in health and social care is 120 guided learning hours. Therefore, the result from Unit 2, whether it be pass, merit or distinction, will carry more weighting than Unit 1, which is 90 guided learning hours at the end of the course. In the second year, the exam assessed units are Unit 3, Anatomy and Physiology. This is quite interesting. We look at medical disorders, we look at diagnosing techniques and treatments of a wide range of health issues. Unit 4 then is a unit about current research. This is good for students that want to go on to do a university course, because there is a large amount of that expectation that students will be able to carry out research. So this is about learning about how research is carried out and how the outcomes impact on services, what happens in services such as treatment plans. And finally then it says units 1, 2 and 3 will have a resit opportunity. This is more of an information overload. The coursework assessed units then. Unit 5 is about learning about a couple of individuals in a case study and meeting the individual's care and support needs. Unit 6, students will go out on work experience placements for 60 guided learning hours being taught, and then 100 hours actually in the placement. At UAH we have a wide range of placements, and students will experience at least 2 to 3 of those per year. Principles of safe practice is looking again at how we protect and keep safe and secure vulnerable service users, and make sure that the laws, the legislation and the policies are met, so that students going out into placements are fully aware of these standards that need to be met. Unit 8, Public Health, is looking at health promotion, which is quite topical at the moment because of COVID. So students will be able to relate this to their learning. Unit 11 then is Psychological Perspective, speaks for itself. We're looking at exploring the types of behaviours that people display. We look at the range of influences, such as environmental or genetic influences, that perhaps makes a person think a particular way or behave a particular way. Unit 17 again speaks for itself, caring for individuals with dementia. So we look at the different types of dementia, the range of symptoms, and how people with dementia, living with dementia, can be best supported. Unit 25, complementary therapies. So we're looking at different types of therapies that are working alongside the more traditional, conventional treatments. And then Unit 26, back to psychology, we look at health psychology. So we look into individuals that have health risk attitudes. We look at the possible reasons behind that may influence the behaviours. And then we look at different ways that we can perhaps improve the risk attitudes and have a better outcome. A few pointers to consider moving from Year 11 into sixth form, which generally means that students are expected to be more responsible. Having a folder for all the booklets, having adequate pens and a USB will have students set up ready to learn, taking pride in their work. So Year 11 students will be in sixth form, so there will be behavioural expectations. Forward thinking and making a good start. So before you start sixth form, it's a good idea to have a good think about what you need to do. So it's recommended to be prepared and organised before joining the sixth form. So looking at possibly saving to make sure that you have your folders and the best stationery that makes you feel good. Work expectations. During the week, Year 12s that will go out on work experience will have a day off timetable. So their 15 hours will be over a 4-day period. So students are also then expected to work at home if they're not out on work experience placements. So students will have pieces of homework to complete for each unit to broaden their understanding of the coursework topics. Some homework tasks will be extended research, so a student will need to go home and find out about a particular topic area to be able to return to class and share with the other students. This may be a presentation. We do presentations with students to improve their confidence before they go out into the big bad world of work. Okay, homework tasks always have a deadline, so once again it's about being planned, it's about being organised, and it's about developing those time management skills. Students with exam assessed units will be given revision tasks to complete and practicing exam answers. If students are well organised and keep up with homework and completing work by the deadlines, there will be a reduced risk of stress. Students' emotional well-being is important to us, particularly as health and social care teachers. So we need students to really think about improving their time management skills so that they are not left feeling stressed and pressured. So we support students to develop their time management skills just to avoid this. On the right there you have an image of a phone. We look at having support groups within peers. We look at planning deadlines, using the diary and a planner. So every opportunity is given to students to improve their time. Okay, following the Level 3 Health and Social Care, what can students do next? Okay, so the BTEC qualification is then intended for learners who want to progress onto higher education, or they may wish to go onto apprenticeship, which is more work-based, for a Level 3 or Level 4. There are a number of students that are looking to progress into careers that require them to have a university degree. So some students progress directly into university. There are other students that want to go straight into employment. So at level 3 health and social care, they've had all that information, which means they are very employable. Now, it's perfectly fine to start this course, and have no idea what career you want to do in the future. Health and social care is about working with people, so everything that you learn is about working with people. Students will learn all about different job roles during the course and may discover a particular job that catches their attention. For studying health and social care, the opportunities to progress into careers are endless. I'll read out a few on here, but there are many, many more. So for students taking the apprenticeship route, the on-the-job training, there is a range of careers from an SEN school support worker or adult social care. There is a link there for people that want to have a look into that. Students that perhaps want to go into careers such as nursing, and it says there all types, okay? There are a massive range of different specialities for nurses. Social workers, teaching, working in public health, therapists, so that might be talking therapists, job roles like in the allied health professionals, so looking at dietitians, speech and language, paramedics, all of which are allied health possibly jobs. However, there are far more than this. There are students that progress onto all sorts of courses, having finished their BTEC Level 3 Health and Social Care Extended Diploma. Now, myself and Miss Eckott will be online now to answer any questions, so if you have any, please post them in the section on the Microsoft Teams so we can answer those straight away. If, however, you come up with a question at a later date and you think I would like to ask that, the two emails for myself and Miss Eckott. So Miss Eckott is the head of department. You have her email there, and again mine below. What this means is at a later date you can actually come back onto Teams to go through the presentation again, and if it hasn't answered your question, then you can then contact us